Yeah! Oh yeah! Mission 5, people. And this is where it starts getting really hard, because this is the longest and most drawn-out level, where you have to keep doing the same thing over and over again, while making sure you don't take any damage. Oh, it's not that bad, but it's one of those things where you gotta constantly be making sure that you're doing the best you can and not taking any damage or anything like that. And you have to make sure that Chin and Billy at least live to the final boss, because the other guy, he's not very good. But you need Chin once you run out of the nunchucks. You'll need Chin. So, well, all right. I am enjoying my spring break, and I hope the rest of you guys are too. So, let's finish this off. I'm really not liking this, just because it's not the fact that the game's bad, or I think I'm bad, or whatever. I'm not entertaining, whatever it is. It's probably a bunch of those. But I just don't like the quality of the video. It's just not as good, and I wish I could produce it at a lot higher level. That's why I'm just gonna play NES games. I mean, Super NES games from now on, because look at that. Look at it. It looks so bad. Chin is just so slow. Well, the worst part about it doing that glitchy thing when it records over the NES emulators is that it ruins the audio. I mean, the footage isn't that bad because somehow it actually fixes it, but the audio was just so bad, and for some reason, even though the game has a lot of quirks and bad problems with it, the soundtrack is awesome. I wish I could let you hear that. I mean, I probably can't. I've got the songs in MP3 files or whatever. I've got the songs sitting off to the side because I do like the Double Dragon music, but it's just man, the in-game audio is just awesome. So I don't know, I don't know what's going on. Why can't I record over? I know I've seen other people do it, so it's got to be just Camsty or something. But Camsty is what I've got, so I just can't use anything else. This was the same thing for a game called Winner's Voice. I was looking around on Steam and I found it and I downloaded the demo, and the demo did not make me happy. It was not a very good game based off the demo alone, but it had a great soundtrack, and it really made me want to buy the soundtrack. Game, not so much. Soundtrack, yes. So check it out, I guess. But I mean, I wouldn't buy the game at all. And this part is exactly the same as the very first part of the 5th mission, where if you do not start off knocking the guys back, you can die rather quickly. But the only difference is that once you actually kill those guys, they come up from behind you. And this part, I'm not joking. I rarely use save states in these levels, but the very first part of the first level, I died a couple times, and in this part right here, I died quite a few times too. About 2 or 3, but I mean, after I've played this game enough to know what was going on, so it's not that hard here. But the first time through, this was the most aggravating part of it, because you were screwed almost all the time, because it was just, you were going to get the crap kicked out of you. It's very, very difficult at that part, and not based off of a skill level, more of a, you got surrounded in a very enclosed area. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I didn't realize it until now. This game's a lot like Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy. It's a lot like Phantasy Star Online, where playing the game, it's not that bad. Well, except for Phantasy Star Online was really good, but watching it is the most boring crap ever. I am so sorry. Wow, what did I do to you guys? You don't deserve this. But it's just the same thing over and over again. You walk one way, you jump kick somebody, you walk the other way, walk up and walk down, and walk up and walk down. Well, I promise I won't do this to you guys again, so we'll play fun games. Fun games. And now that I got about 5 minutes, I guess I'm just gonna complain for a little bit, and I know you guys don't like that, but whatever. What are you gonna do, sit here and watch this? Blind silence and terrible audio? Alright, well, March 4th, was Video Games Live, the second time around. I think it's called, let me see, yeah, bonus round. It was just the second time it came here, because it came in 2008, and it was really awesome. I really loved going there, and I went with a bunch of my friends, and it was a really cool experience, because it was orchestra music, and video games, music, and all that stuff all thrown together in a really nice way. It was really, really cool. And I was really excited about going there this time because 2008, we actually found out about it a week before it came out, so we got terrible. We didn't get, like, it wasn't that bad seats, but they were still really bad. We had a hard time seeing the screen and stuff, so it wasn't the most. It was not a very good. It was awesome an experience, but we all of us wanted much better seats. And so when we found out about this time, we found out at about end of December, early January. So we wanted to buy our tickets early, and we tried that, but a bunch of the guys flaked on me. Some of them wouldn't buy the tickets, and then the one guy, he had final, so he couldn't go, but man, I really wanted him to go. So I went alone, so I was kind of ticked off about that already, because, you know, it's kind of sucking to go to a kind of a nerd thing, but have no one to talk to. And then I was reassured when people were talking. I'm pretty social, so they said I was going to, you know, be able to talk to people. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. But it's easier just to have a person you know there. And then what happens is, an old couple sits next to me, and the old couple wasn't bad, but it was just one of those things where I wasn't going to talk to him that much. And then another couple sat next to me where the guy was an utter douchebag. And it was one of those things where if I talked to him, I would have to break my knuckles over him. And I don't like doing that. I don't like getting kicked out of things, so I just kind of avoided it. But alright, well, it was also a really good experience. But the huge problem with it was the fact that I forgot that gamers tend to be on the retarded side. The most gamers are on the retarded side. Trust me, if you know what I'm talking about. If you're an intelligent person, you know what I'm talking about. Where every single stupid little reference will make you laugh. And imagine hearing that while you're trying to listen to the orchestra music. This is a cultural experience for me. This is not just some video game thing for me. I'm not some kind of nerd that needs to have all of his beliefs and ideals and all this other stupid hobbies and stuff, you know, brought into another situation. That way I can enjoy it more. No, this is about the orchestra music being awesome. And imagine during the show, you hear people laughing and screaming out the dumbest references you could ever hear in your life. Imagine every time you hear the references that are made over and over and over again by the same stupid people. But, it's alright. But that kind of made it worse too. And then there's a part right in the beginning where that was really cool, where they were playing like 20 really old games, like NES and NES games, really old games. And they were flipping through it and showing footage and playing the games real quick, and not the game's music. And they were flipping through it pretty quickly. And every time a video game would come up, they'd scream the name of it. And just imagine that. Just imagine. Okay, I've been gaming for 21 years, and these guys, it's got to be like retarded kids or something like that doesn't game as often, or as at least like retarded, because when Tempest pops up, you don't scream out Tempest, Tempest, woohoo, because everybody knows that game's Tempest. When Super Mario Brothers pops up, you don't go Super Mario Brothers, because everybody knows that's Super Mario Brothers. And yet you hear that, and then you hear all the stupid gay jokes. Oh, this part's pretty fun. Yeah, I guess I'll stop complaining for now on this. Sacred stones of power, I must get the forces to control the world. Yeah, this is the dumbest explanation. This is the dumbest explanation here. The reason why she died is because she didn't have all 4 of the stones when she went in, so she got turned into the mushy powder. I have no idea how we survived this. Well, how come we don't die? Because we don't have all 3 stones. Oh yeah, but Video Games Live, it was still a really good show. I mean, it was amazing. We had an awesome. We had the composer of all the Resident Evil games was the composer for the show, and it was really awesome. It was one of those things where you don't want. I couldn't stand the people. The people there are so retarded. I really, 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 really wish I'd have been one of the few people there. Because people need to learn to shut up. Because they ruin crap. Alright, well. But outside that, oh, Shadow of Colossus. Oh, man. Shadow of Colossus, Chrono Trigger, and Chrono Cross music. Oh, man, those were so great. I advise you to go to the next one, but prepare to have earplugs for the retarded people. Or at least a couple little stabby motions. Alright, see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know you probably didn't.